Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
Next vehicle up we'll be doing is this SRT Hellcat Charger. Going to be doing some new audio throughout the whole vehicle. This does come equipped with the Alpine factory system, so that will make a big difference. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out this whole fuse panel thing, and from what I'm gathering, it is fuse number 12, which is cigarette lighter USB selectable fuse 20A, F12. Well, F12 is basically right here. If you have it on these two here, it's ignition based. If you have it on these two here, it's constant based. So if you want your cigarette lighter to stay on constant, you can put it in these two. If you want it ignition based, you put it into these two. Now, I bought this so that you can basically tap the fuse, so this 20 amp becomes this one, and then it taps off into this 5 amp. So basically, wait, I'm gonna leave, because this is not my vehicle, this is a customer's vehicle, so I do not want to make that decision for him. So I'm gonna, I don't know if I can get it in here. Okay, so I got it stuck down in here. 20 amp fuse is still there, this is still here. We'll check the cigarette lighter up front, and then this will give us our remote wire here. Just want to let everybody know this is on the newer chargers. Now, I did get it to work on these two 10s right here as well, but these fuses are funky looking and I don't have any fusible taps for those, so I'm going to use this one here. So when hooking up the SNI 35 line output converter, high to low, whatever you'd like to call it, take both your negatives, connect them together, both your positive, connect them together. I'm going to cut the grounds off, and then we'll tie this all up. So basically both positives together, both negatives together. And then we'll plug our RCAs in here. Here it is already with the RCAs plugged in, everything tested, taped up. These are ready to go into our T-taps, and we'll show you that once we get it connected into the speaker. That way everything can just go right in and just plug right in, and it's fully removable if you want to take it out. So what you want to do is unplug this rear speaker right here with this harness. We went ahead and took our T-taps and connected them in. I typically will use just a pair of pliers and then just hear them snap, boom. I know a lot of people are anti T-tap. I've been using it for 20 years. I don't have any issues. It's usually not the T-tap that's the problem, it's the installer. So you always just want to make sure everything's good when you're all done. And then we can put our connections into here. So basically we will take both of our connections here, plug them into here, and then we can run our RCA down to the amplifier. Pretty simple. And there it is, plugged back in. Both of these are plugged. We're going to run it behind here, and that way we can run our RCA behind the carpet down in. That way everything will just run right behind this panel here. This beast is freaking heavy, dude. Heavy. Triple layered on the front. Massive port.
So this is the 3.5 that's in the dash of a Hellcat Charger. There's one also on the opposite side, which we've removed. And this particular model is the Alpine model, does not have the third one in the middle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this screw and this screw out. And the way you're gonna do that is with this little right hand screwdriver right there. Just ratchet it right out like that. But first, before you do that, what you'll want to do is take off the A-pillar on both sides, which is this guy right here. Behind it, you'll see a clip here, and a clip here. And the way that this bad boy right here comes out, so this is up in here, and you'll want to kind of pull like this. And what will happen is this black piece right here is down into this trench right here, this metal piece right here. So when it's down there, what you'll want to do is you want to click this little part right here with your fingernail and push that in right there with your fingernail. Push that, and then this will slide up through. It might get caught in the hole again, so you'll have to push it down with your fingernail, and that pulls out. It's kind of like a safety retainer clip, and then this bad boy pulls out and stays onto here. These two right here clip in. So that's how this A-pillar will come out. It's actually pretty easy. The hardest part is when you yank on it, it feels like it's gonna break, so you gotta be super careful. I wouldn't just jerk on it. I would just kind of pull and pull a little more gradual, and then you'll feel it pop. And then push right here on this, and this will slide up, and you'll probably have to push it again here, and then this black piece will come out. The next step is you're gonna pull the dash off. And the way that we did that was we took our our plastic pry tool and just pried up like this all the way. And I'm going to show you the clips right now, all the clips that run across, and then this plastic piece comes up, and I'm going to show you that right now. This is the plastic dash piece that you're going to pull out. The good thing is it doesn't have the potentiometer built in. So this is what it looks like on the back side. Here are all the clips. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then also these pull tabs. So see these pull tabs right here, you're gonna have to pull out like this. And they have, you know, I think that there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 of them. So you're gonna have to kind of just pull it back like this. So it's not easy to get out. I ended up having to like pull harder up here. It didn't seem like one of these clips was out. And then once I got that up, I've got it to pull back. So it isn't easy, but it isn't hard either. But the A-pillars sit down on these grooves right here, so you can't get this out without pulling the A-pillars out. Once you remove the speaker here, this is your actual speaker. Sorry about this. This is your actual speaker terminal. What you'll want to do is you'll just push down on this guy right here, and it will unclip out. And I'm going to show you the speaker harness adapters that we make that will just plug and play right into here, and then screw back right into that. Those 2 holes right there, 1 and 2, and then plug right into here. This is the factory speaker right here. It's not the worst speaker I've ever seen. This is what you're going to unplug from right here, is this. And it doesn't say the impedance on it. It just says a model number and everything. It's a super cheap speaker, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It has a decent sized magnet on it for a 3.5. And then these are the adapters that we're going to use. These are an XS-72-7902. We'll put every affiliate link that we have down in the description below of the video, where you can just click on it, buy it, ship it from Amazon right to your house. And these will plug and play. This will plug right into your speaker harness lead into the vehicle, and this will plug into your new aftermarket speaker right there. Makes it super simple, and you don't have to cut or splice anything. I would highly recommend buying these. They're literally like 10 to 15 bucks. These are the speakers we're going to be using today. These are the JBL Club 3020s. These are really nice 3.5. Does have a Mylar capacitor for the tweeter. Basically, will connect the speaker adapter right here, positive and negative. Same way with the other one. Now, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect these BB-35 recoils. They also make these by Pack Audio. They're a capacitor for the actual 3.5. That's why you'll see 3.5-inch speaker. I'm going to put that in line right here with the positive right here. Just wire that capacitor right here for the 3.5, just to protect these speakers from blowing. This is on an Alpine system. I do not want these to start fluttering and then blow. So kind of give you a little comparison of here is your stock speaker and here's the aftermarket. So just a cheap stock speaker and then your JBL. Just a much better speaker. I mean, just the rubber surround alone in tweeter just blows these paper cone junkies right out of the water. Alright, so we've got everything wired up, and then we got our capacitor on the positive wire, which is the white wire here, and we're going to go ahead and install them in the car. We got them installed in here on both sides, and now we just got to get the screws in and put the plastic piece back on. So we're going to try to do the rear speakers on this charger, Hellcat. We're going to take this push pin out here, Probably going to use this push pin tool right here. Supposedly this will come out with just doing this. I doubt it will, but I'm going to try it and see exactly what happens. But man, this thing just really does not want to be my friend today. So we'll pull these out. Boom, that one's out, and we'll see if we can get it out with just pulling those two push pins. I doubt it, but we're gonna try it. Okay, I tried to get this out of here, but it's hitting right here. So I'm gonna take this bolt off right here. Looks like a 10 millimeter on each side, and try to take this out. All right, so we took this bolt out here, and literally we just lift up on this, and this whole thing will come out as well. And here's the clip that goes into this hole right here. That is the clip right here. And sometimes you just pull this black plug out and you just push the black plug in. So sometimes you'll have to clip this like this, but that's pretty much it. Now that these are removed right here, this pulls right out. So that's pretty awesome. Now we can get this whole deck right here. Should just come right out, which is really nice. Whole deck is out now. And now we can get to 6x9 is right there, and 6x9 is right there. I'm probably going to remove this and let it breathe and maybe put some dynamite on this metal back here because it is rattling like crazy. First thing we're going to do is remove, I believe it looks like 4 8mm. I'll check those right now. These all 4 are 8mm as well, just to let you know. We finally got those 4 8mm out. Here's the plug that you want to unplug. You just push this button right here, and this is the factory lovely speaker right here. Nothing to go home and brag about. And there's the plug that you'll unplug, but that's pretty much it. These are the speakers that we're going to be using to replace the factory speakers, which are the Hypnotic. These are the higher end series, the HS3 6x9. We will put a link down below to all the 6x9s we recommend that are similar to these or even better than these. Kind of like a good, better, best system, you know. That way you can click on the link down below and it'll come from Amazon or anybody else and it'll get directly shipped to your house. That way you don't have to worry about anything. It'll be to your home in about a day or two. And we'll put some that are similar to these or even better than these as well. The speaker harness adapters we're going to be using, which is a 726514. That way we can just plug these into these and just plug and play. You don't have to cut any wires, you don't have to splice anything, you just plug everything in right to this factory plug right here. Here's the plug that we're going to plug into the factory plug on the vehicle. And this is one of the only speakers I've ever seen that you can basically put a spade on the end and just slide it in, screw it down. Super nice quality. Everything on these speakers is really nice. I use these on a lot of vehicles. Just going to plug back into the factory plug that we unplugged it from, and then now we're going to mount it back in with the 4 bolts. And everything is bolted back in, bolts in really nicely. Just takes a while to thread those bolts down, I'll tell you that much.